See, I done told y'all, people lie, receipts don't. Now, I hope y'all start paying attention. We calling Chuck Henderson to the front of the church. The community got some questions. People want to play these games. People want to stick up for people and don't have no clue what's going on. This is a shame. So why don't y'all tag the people that's interested in here, because I'm only going to say this once. And if you catch the replay, then you do. But I'm just here to bring you the receipts because some more information has came forward. And I wasn't going to stop till I get the answers. Due process. Good afternoon to you. I hope that you guys are having a fabulous Sunday. And the fact that I have been live streaming this entire weekend is just beyond me. But I want to go ahead and get to this details. But you know what? For the investigation work that I did today, I'm going to go ahead and monetize this. So I'm going to go ahead and put up my disclaimers and my video sponsors if y'all don't mind. So let's go ahead and get to the introduction, because this is my final update for the high school teacher at Gaither High School. Thank you, church members, as we have additional announcements that requires your full attention. I report the news, so please don't try me with the copyright. In addition, my Facebook page is not a democracy, and I am not Michelle Obama. If you get froggy with me on my page, don't expect me to go high and be the bigger person. I will clap back and sage later. Hashtag don't try petty me. This episode is sponsored by ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN is the best way that you can securely go on the web without your information being tracked. Stay private with a VPN and go to the link www.biancagoolsby.com/VPN. It's a 30-day free trial, so there's nothing to lose. All Bets Off is a new movement in mood for 2020. You have exclusive merch available at biancagoolsby.com/shop. If you want to save 15%, use coupon code BET. Well, hello to you. I just want to thank you guys that you're here. I hope that you got your juice. I hope you got your cups. I'm here. We're going to have order in the court. And we're going to go ahead and get this started. Now, for those of you that have missed the saga on my page, I have been investigating the racist and inappropriate conduct and comments from an alleged teacher that works at Gaither High School by the name of Chuck Henderson. So this individual had reached out to me when I initially posted this situation because I was contacted about it on Twitter. This information came to me. I wasn't looking for it. Chuck reached out to me. I wasn't looking for him. Okay. So I posted the tweet that came to me in my inbox several times about this gentleman that attends Gaither High School because he was publishing content in a private Facebook white supremacist group on social media. Okay. So there was inappropriate things, and the profile picture at the time contained a picture of him and his child. So people were saying it's not true. People were saying he was hacked, and people said it was fake. So when I posted it on my page, I was alerted of it, school board member Cindy Stewart went on my page and told me that it was fake and that was being investigated. And then school board member Tamara Schamberger hopped on my page and liked her comment as a cosign. Well, I'm here to tell you that I have closed the case with Gaither High School, and that was because his behind doesn't know about social media, and he reached out in my inbox and had a conversation with me, and from his own mouth, he has told on himself. Now, I want to give a special shout out to We Ruthless, because they're the ones that did the screenshots, because they have been working on disclosing racist people and this white supremacist group that has been going rampant on Facebook, where Facebook has been complicit of it. Chuck Henderson was the fourth person to be exposed in this group that has over 1,000 members. And if you go back on my page, I post the Huffington Post where it talks about this very same issue. Okay, so let's go ahead. Since I got you caught up to speed, let's go ahead with the tea, shall we? So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. Okay, so this is what I got pulled from Twitter. Okay, We Will Be Ruthless, the advocacy group that works to expose white supremacists in these groups, because it's been going viral on social media and they're trying to hold people accountable. So they are debunking the claim that he was hacked, and they used my conversation with Chuck Henderson when he reached in my inbox to cause this controversy in the community and to say this, that, and the third. Well, Ruthless, the Twitter account, was still screenshotting and still following him because they were trying to expose him, because they didn't want this to be covered under the rug, which it was about to be, since school board member Cindy Stewart had ex parte conversations with him and also listened to what the principal had to say, and then told me that it was fake without it being properly investigated. So let's go ahead and continue, shall we? So Vernon Chuck Henderson seems to want to imply that his account was hacked. Here's why this defense doesn't work. And as you can see, this organization took my screenshot of the conversation that I had with him, okay? And then they posted it to say, first, this bears repeating. He changed his Facebook profile picture. You can see from his messages to a coworker, as well as his post from RWDS posted within the similar time frame. We had assumed that I was his coworker, and I'll get to that in a second, but that's what they thought, okay? And then I actually reached out to them, and then they responded to me, right? Remember, y'all read those emails that I posted on my page? Okay, so then he has a screenshot. Let me go ahead and make sure that this is large for you to see, okay? Hope y'all in here. Let's see here, because I done solved the case, baby. I think it's this one. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So Chuck Henderson, okay, remember these public slides, right? Okay, it's important to remember that. He said, I got these tonight. So if you zoom in, let me go ahead and zoom in, okay? The Facebook message says, I see you. And then he put like a little heart emoji over it, allegedly. Okay. Not going to be good enough to take your account semi-private. It curtains on a career of yours. People know. The more people will know tomorrow. Maybe shouldn't popped off so much on the computer. I see you, Chucko. I got the receipts. And if for some reason the school doesn't fire, okay, keep scrolling down. Okay. If the school doesn't fire your ass based on what's there, I'll send them more. This is what I'll do. I'll watch for my people like you. It's boring. Mostly. Occasionally something hits. Like, for example, an openly racist public school teacher. When that happens, I will follow up. In this case, I have followed up. And then the same picture that messaged me that say Chuck Henderson, the same font and everything else, is a screenshot. And if you look at the timestamps, it's all correspond. So just keep a note of that. Okay. Chuck responds back, I have no idea what you are talking about. Care to blank, blank, blank. But then he writes in that same group that I keep telling y'all that is a private, secret Facebook group because white supremacists do not want their information to go public because of their roles and their titles in the world that they have. And he says in this group, I got these tonight. What Chuck Henderson failed to realize was that these people were still taking screenshots and following him, and he only thought that the racist post was with pictures that was linked to him and his son. Okay. So let's continue in this investigation, shall we? So let me close these windows. Go back to the thread. Okay. Second, he claims presumptuously blocked from seeing our posts. To be honest, we do block accounts, but only the ones that are explicitly, I don't know what that word is, fascist, I don't know, or racist. What is Chuck's Twitter handle, being that he claims is being blocked? Basically, these people are saying we didn't block Chuck. We don't know Chuck's Twitter account. We just took screenshots of what was on Facebook and exposed him for the stuff he was doing in the page, because our group, our organization exposes white supremacy because it goes uncover on Facebook, and there's a whole trend of this happening to spew hate in the world. Okay, moving on. The objectively cringe photo that portrays Henderson's ideological views has been documented by people other than us. Is Chuck contending that his comment was also a result of hacking? And then he talks about David Hall's rape whistle. Okay, then there was a teacher, a student, by the name of Jesse Kirk, that said, love seeing a former teacher post this kind of stuff. This teacher has publicly posted on Facebook these receipts recently. It came back out because she said that she keeps receipts. And then he continues to talk with his logic. Number 4. He claims that all of the posts on RWDS were all posted within the past 2 weeks. This is not true. When you look at his posts, you can actually see how long they were posted. These are from 4 to 5 weeks ago. Chuck is lying. Okay. And he was talking about how he likes watching Roots in reverse because, oh, you get it. Number 5, let's also look at the content of what he's posted. His posts are relatively mild relative to some of the more extreme content posted on RWDS. If someone wanted to frame him, the easiest thing they can do is mimic the content of other posters. Basically, it's saying, hello, if we was going to get him for being racist, we would have went to the extreme. But this right here is just mild stuff that we think is inappropriate because he's identified himself as being a teacher. So we have followed him to figure out what school he works for. So that way we can alert Hillsborough County Schools. So that way they don't allow him to continue to work at the school and have this ideology, because they work to dismantle white supremacy groups on Facebook. Shall I continue? Okay. Number 6, the sophistication of his posts. Again, relatively speaking, we are not indicative of someone going out their way to be notified. There are details he shared that also makes it clear that is him actually posting. He says, did you see that girl walk by? Not surprised by the behavior in the least. And then someone says she probably see that every day. Okay, trying to be funny with Ebonics. And Chuck Henderson, the picture with him and his son, that he said that those were the only screenshots that exist. I worked in education 18 years. Believe me, it's every day. I need to write a book. And then the person responds, yes, do that. You should. Number 7, maybe a hacker would take time to figure out how long Chuck has been in education just to make a throwaway comment, but it's not particularly likely. Number 8, Chuck deleted his Facebook account, or did he? He actually deactivated Ruthless We because he was able to reach out to me in Messenger, which closes this whole case. He actually had the option to reactivate it. And if he could do that, and based on our experience, Chuck won't really want to do that. Good investigators can find digital fingerprints. We have demonstrated that Chuck is lying. We have demonstrated that he was running his own account. He should stop trying to blame other people for what he's done. This won't go away. Okay? Hope y'all following along with me. You put some hearts or something and let me know that y'all paying attention. Okay? So I'm going to take your attention to Twitter again. Okay? So somebody responds, the Facebook Messenger Chuck made was not a coworker. This response was made by an educational activist who does great job with the school district. And Chuck went back on Facebook Messenger and had this response to her question after you replied back to her. Funny read. So when I published the conversation that I had with Chuck, it was made public. And when it was made public, that's how they was able to find me and give me clarity on the situation in their intent. Their intent is nothing personal with Chuck Henderson. Their attempt is to eradicate the white supremacists and the white supremacies group that are going viral on social media. And I posted the article last night. And they are part of this organization to figure this out. Okay? We Will Be Ruthless responded and said, thanks for clarifying that. Lots of information flowing back and forth right now. Okay. So I'm going to turn your attention to the conversation that I had with Chuck and how this situation is a closed case. And this case has been closed before OPS could ever get to it. And when you get this information, I don't want you to be running around from accountability like this. So here we go. So Chuch Henderson has been in my inbox and he reached out to me, like I told you guys, and we've been having conversations. And I want to go ahead and read you what he has said to me in regards to my questions about his Facebook account. Okay, so I'm going to pull it up on my phone so that I can see it more legibly. So 1 second, let me get it together. Okay. So before I sent him screenshots where We Will Be Ruthless said update. Vernon Henderson deleted his Facebook account, but not before posting to the RWDS page about people being mean to him. And so then he says, no, that is not correct. I believe this is twofold, which shows the organization of these people. I do believe my password was hacked, and I put in that group. But also, some of the posts were obviously cut and pasted from my only 2 available public profile pictures. Also, I did change my Facebook picture before I changed my password. So if I was still unknowingly in the group, the picture would change automatically. As far as the Jessica Kirk sent you, yes, I did make that comment. I realized it was a bit off color, but I'm a moderate libertarian, and David Hogg has made it his mission to destroy Second Amendment rights. Also, David Hogg is not a mass shooting survivor. He wasn't there when it happened. Jessica Kirk is a great student. We just have different political opinions, which many of my friends have. That has never been a problem for me. I'm not sure if you know, but I talked to Principal Morale and he praised me for speaking to you. I have been open and honest in all of our messages. I've also been advised to not talk to you until this investigation is over, so not to have any adverse effects on the outcome. All I ask is that I am treated with fairness and that my 17-year career with the district speaks for itself. This is the only time I've ever had any kind of accusation leveled against me and has led to credible threats against myself and my family. So much so, I have left Tampa for a while. I hope you understand while this will be our last conversation until the district and police investigations conclude. Thank you for your support and giving me the benefit of the doubt. I truly appreciate it. Now, before I say it, I just want to know, does anybody want to tell me what the problem with his response was? Can anybody in the comments tell me what's the problem with his response to me? What Chuck Henderson failed to realize when he sent me this was that we have a receipt like this. This is his same profile picture posted in the same group that he said that he was hacked in, that he commented and said, I got these when people had exposed him in his inbox. But this is where he gets caught up. When he responds to Nathan and says, I have no idea what you're talking about, but then you're posting a screenshot talking about, I got these as like, this is funny. But then you told me that you had ownership of your account when you changed your profile picture. District. So if I'm hearing this correctly, let me get this back focused. Come on. No, not today. Y'all just gonna have to see me blurry. I don't know what the camera doing. So what I'm hearing is that this man, the only racist things that you can see that are linked to him was when he was hacked, when it had a picture of him and his son. But what he didn't know was that the group was still following him. So when he made a post after he changed his profile picture, which is the same profile picture that he messaged me on, he didn't know that those screenshots exist because they were still following him because of what he said and what he was doing in a private, secret Facebook group that you have to apply for. So I go back to this. This camera is really bothering me, y'all. Hold on. It's really bothering me. Okay, there we go. So what bothers me is that this guy had to apply to be in his Facebook group. The person that exposed him had no personal vendetta against Chuck Henderson. In fact, they have a whole operation to expose white supremacists on Facebook because that is what they do. That is their job. There was no students, and I don't know why students was blamed for this, because I'm sure that the students didn't know anything about a white supremacist secret private Facebook page that you had to apply to get it in the first place. So again, Chuck Henderson had comment back with the same profile picture when he said when he changed his profile picture, then that's when he had access to it. So my question is, Chuck, are those receipts fake too? Was that you or no? So did you post in that group again after you changed your profile picture and then you deactivated your page? And probably the people in OPS said that this will go away because we can't go through your phone to figure out if you did it or not. But here we go. People lie, receipts don't. The receipts are clear as day, and I've closed this investigation. So Chuck Henderson, you need to be terminated because you think that my people are poop people. And I cannot stand the fact that you threw Shake Washington in this situation when that man was retired, okay, or almost out the door and didn't even know you like that. So while you out here trying to start some mess and you out here wanting to bring out Robles Park to excuse the way that you have been thinking and talking about black people, and you have teachers coming forward and saying all of this stuff about how you mistreat people of color, y'all need to do something in this district. And shame on the school board members that sat there and wanted to co-sign and say that that man didn't do nothing without having no receipts and proper investigation. So if you're not going to advocate for our kids, if you're not going to do what's best for our kids, if you're not going to go get no receipts, if you're not going to really take some time and figure out what the hell is going on, again, I'm tired of the games. District fix it, and shame on the people that want to co-sign and say that this man didn't do it. Meanwhile, he's in my inbox. He came to me. He talked to me because he was so certain that he was going to be free from this because he had the understanding and he thought that no one was following him after he changed his profile picture. But Ruthless We, the Twitter account that purposely gets into these groups to break down these white supremacy groups because they are viral and they are negative and toxic in the community. They were the ones to follow him and expose him, and was the fourth person in that group to be exposed. Henderson now was exposed. This was not hacked because he had access to the Facebook page according to his own words when he messaged me. So while people want to hop on the bandwagon and talk about this, shut up. Case closed. I hope y'all have a great day. District, do something about it. I'm tired of playing. Please keep my name about your mouth and mind your business.